Today we've got some exciting stuff going on. As you can probably tell from the title, the race car is finally heading to the dyno. So the car is pretty much done. There is a couple little things to do. It's not really ready to take camping or anything. I haven't finished the tray setup on the back or anything, but yeah, as far as driving goes, it is ready to drive. So all going well today. Yeah, we should be heading out on the weekend to test it out. So stay tuned for that. But before we head to the dyno, I thought I'd just run through the last few finishing touches that I've done on the car to get it all back together. A couple of hot mods, so we'll get into it. So everything's pretty much done in here. I actually fabbed up some cup holders because that's really annoying not having somewhere to put them. The hydros are in, and for anyone wondering what these are for, the rear has two calipers on each side. One caliper is for the normal foot brake, obviously, and the other caliper is for each one of these handbrakes. So that's the right wheel, that's the left wheel. So to have this work properly, you obviously have to run a rear locker, and these only work obviously without the rear locker, but it's sort of to help, you can help steer the car. So you rip one on, the navvy usually rips it on, and then you power and turn, and it sort of skids the car around. It actually works bloody awesome. And also it's handy for something like at Wild Dog Winch Challenge in the racing in the paddock. You can race without the rear locker on, because obviously you understeer a lot in the grass with the rear locker. So by dragging the inside brake when you're turning, it actually sends drive to the outside wheel, and you can corner heaps faster. And yeah, without understeering, because obviously without the diff lock on and you're cornering, it'll just pick up the inside wheel and spin flat out and not go anywhere. So that is also awesome for that. The wiring's all pretty much done. So once again, thanks to Justin, I'll overlay his details on the screen somehow, probably like I did last time, because yeah, he done a really good job. And yeah, he was always out here helping out, and yeah, did what he could. So that's very appreciated. Fire extinguishers are in, so I actually have 4 in this car. There's one there, one over there, and one on each side. There's another one over there. So you can never have too many fire extinguishers, because yeah, the last thing you want is for your car to burn to the ground. So I think I have 4 in each car. So fire extinguishers are always good. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but also I got one of the Super Center thumper compressors behind the seat. It is plumbed into the main air tank, which has all the solenoids, all the air off it for everything. So the idea behind that is, obviously I've got this on the back, and that'll be on all the time for the lockers, the winch, and whatever else. But yeah, I've got the thumper in there to pump up tires, which obviously they actually work quite well. I've got one in my other car, so just use that for tires. But also, if the compressor dies on the outside of the car, then I can reach behind the seat and flick the other compressor on, and it feeds into the tank. So it's sort of like got a backup compressor as well, so that will come in handy. Now, if you're like me and you don't really like these, I've flogged a few of these out. I haven't really been putting new genuine rubber bits in there, but they are quite expensive to replace. And yeah, I've probably 2 of these I've probably wrecked, and they get a bit of slop in them, so your steering response is a bit slow, which is also annoying. But anyway, what I've done is, I don't know if you'll be able to see that here, it's off an 80 series, it's a uni joint, and it just slips straight on, no modification required. So after finding that out, I think I'll do the same to my other car. So yeah, straight on, and yeah, noticeable difference straight away. So that's a little hot mod. So other than that, the car is pretty much ready to go. So it's looking good. Yeah, after this, it's pretty much ready to drive. But a couple of things I am going to do is put long arms in it. So cut them off, make some brackets, and yeah, I think they're about 300mm longer. So they've got to go in. I've got a new front panhard rod coming, because at the moment it's only got the factory one, and it's obviously way too short, and I have seen them, or I have actually broken them before, so that's on the way. And just a couple little things. Obviously I've still got to finish the tray setup if I want to take it camping and things like that, but the majority of it's pretty much done, so I am very excited to drive this thing. So yeah, I'm only just a few basic checks, check the oil and water and whatever else, and then head off to the dyno. I am pretty excited to see what it makes. I'm sort of expecting to see similar numbers to the other car, which is 250 kilowatts at the hubs, so hopefully it makes something like that. But all right, let's head to the dyno. So we're down at Independent Motorsports. Stuffy down here has been tuning my cars for the last 8 years probably, and yeah, he's always been awesome. I've always had good results, and yeah, he's local, so it's good to support someone local. So he'll be yeah, doing the dyno today. I think it's going on the hub dyno, but he does have a hub dyno and also a chassis dyno, so yeah, he's got everything here. They do have Snapchat, a YouTube channel, Facebook and Instagram, so make sure you search them and keep up to date with what's happening in the workshop. Alright, so here are the final results. 191 without the water meth. That was about 10 psi, 10.5. And then 234 or 235 yeah, with the water meth. So that was about 14, high 13s, 14 pounds boost. So pretty good result. It didn't quite make as much as the wagon, which was pretty surprising considering the turbo is a little bit bigger, but we do think that because the intercooler is so small, it is only just a cheap, crappy intercooler. We're getting large pressure drop from the hot side to the cold side, so we think that might be a big contributing factor in the flow of it. So yeah, other than that, it does go good. It comes on a little bit later than the wagon, obviously the turbo being a little bit bigger, so it does come on a little bit later. So I'm interested to take it out for a drive and test that out, because the wagon is good. But yeah, for now, the wagon is still king, but this is not far behind it, so it does go really well. So I'm keen to test it out. Got speed on the right, RPMs on the left, boost, I don't know if you read any of that, boost, coolant, air temp. We'll do a quick run. We did ramp the boost up in the high RPMs, creeped it up to like 16, I think, or nearly 17, just at the higher RPMs, and it did make 250, which is the same as the wagon, pretty much. So it can make it, but yeah, we just dialed it back. Yeah, I don't really want to be running that much boost, so dialed it back, and yeah, kept it safe, so she's good to go. We had a couple small issues on the dyno, but nothing too bad. Just yeah, had to adjust the pump pressure for the methanol and changed how the water meth works with the Haltech. So just a little bit of wiring, but that was quick and easy, and that made everything else with the tune a bit easier. So yeah, it was all fairly well smooth sailing. And once again, big thanks to Stuffy. Like I said, he's been tuning my cars for the last probably 8 years, like ever since my NATB. I think he done that, and then Skyline and all the TBs that I've had. He's been doing them for years and always been happy with the outcome, and he's always goes above and beyond to help you out and make sure that things are right. So big thanks to him. And also, like I said, they do have social media. So if you get on YouTube, Snapchat, Facebook or Instagram and search Independent Motorsports, and you can keep up to date with what they're doing at the workshop. And they do a lot of cool stuff there, so it is always cool to see what they're doing. They always post pretty much daily, so it is cool to keep up with what's going on. So like I mentioned earlier, the last time this got tuned was on the chassis dyno at Stuthy's, and it had 37s on it. So I think that was 2018 now. It made 173 kilowatts at the wheels on 37, so now it's making 235 at the hubs. So say what you want between the wheel and the hubs, but at a guess, while driving it definitely goes heaps better. So at a guess, I'd suggest touch over 200 at the wheels, no problems at all. But we couldn't do a back-to-back run because I'd already made changes, and then we made changes before we ran her up on the dyno. So, but at the end of the day, pretty much it's just a number, and what really matters is the drivability. So that's what I'm after. I don't really care about the big numbers. So just as long as it drives good. It is a four-wheel drive, like both of the full drives. They're obviously used for the harder sort of driving. So low down response is really what I'm chasing. So both of these cars now drive awesome, and I'm very happy with how they drive. So no complaints there. Like I said, they're not drag cars, they're four-wheel drives, so it's definitely a good setup, and I'm happy with it. Pretty much I've got nothing else to put in this video. I'm happy with how it went today, and hopefully all going well. It is a Tuesday, so this weekend the plan is to take it out for a drive. So I've got a couple little things to button up during the week, and it should be right for a drive. So there are a few of us keen to head out, so stay tuned for that. Might be the next video or the one after, but if you made it this far, drop a like and a comment and tell me what you reckon. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.